Hi guys, Veldrin here again, and this time I'm bringing you the second round game from the Copenhagen Regional. And in this game we are on the left, we have Thomas Jung, who is the reigning Malmö regional champion from the previous season, still this year, due to the new tournament format from FFG, switching the Star Wars games to have the nationals or worlds in May. And he did win that with 2 contract scouts and 3 pirates. And as you can see here, he loves his pirates because in this one he's got the Trandoshan Slaver with 4 Lamsuckers and Dengar, for what we call the party bus. And he's got anti-pursuit lasers for anyone trying to ram into him and then get behind him. And he's got Paylob Godali in the Hawk with adaptability, so he's pilot skilled up in this game. And then he's got the twin laser turret on Paylob, and then he's got Turkle Mux in his Hawk, who also has the twin laser turret, and Turkle's ability is to reduce an enemy to pilot skill 0 in the shooting phase, which potentially makes the Colonel here on the opposite side shooting after the Countess, rendering her target lock caddying for him less powerful if she chooses to spend her target lock. And then he's got the Binary Pirate, who has Black Market Slicer tools, which might prove effective as the Countess has pushed the limit. And then on the right you have Rasmus Krogh, and he is flying the Emperor, or the Omicron Group pilot, Lambda Shuttle, with the Emperor Palpatine crew and the free collision detector. He's got the Countess Ryad with TIE X7 Push the Limit and the Twin Ion Engine Mark II, and Colonel Vessery with TIE X7 and Duke. So let's see here. Rasmus has opted for a formation here where he has the Palp Shuttle all of its own in the upper right corner. We can hardly see it behind his name tag up there, but it will soon move into screen. I don't know if it's a ruse trying to have Thomas gun for the shuttle and to come in from behind with the defenders. Normally you want as many guns, as possible, pointing the same way here to have the Lambda use its firepower to help the defenders. Because even if Palpatine is good, when you only have 2 ships providing attacks, it might not be enough. We did a little skip there into the next round, so now you can see the shuttle base and all the other ships moving forward slightly. So we have the Binary Pirate making a K-turn, facing back towards the defenders, and I think Thomas wants it to try to frighten the Countess from using her push the limit ability. And also it's like you don't really want to shoot the Z95 when there are 2 Hawks doing TLT shots into you, because defenders don't like twin laser turrets. They can actually slowly but steadily whittle down the defense of a defender. Also the party bus can do damage to a defender if it catches them in arc, and right now it's positioned to do some damage to the shuttle. If the defender's hard turn 3 here, the slaver can also hard turn next turn towards them. So we have Torquil, who is banking up behind the slaver, also going for the Emperor, it appears. And then you're probably going to have Paylob try to stay closer to use his ability to steal tokens at range 1 or 2. I mean, if you can steal one of the evades to help yourself stay alive longer versus these defender shots, that's going to be good. So we have a target lock here on the Palp Shuttle from Torquil. And also I think Torquil's ability is range 1 to 3, while Palop's is range 1 to 2. So Paylob can stay further away from the defenders. And then we have Riyadh, I guess. And she is in the green scum dial, just to tell them apart. Oh, that's not even brave, that's on the rock. Okay, so we have a defender who has rocked itself, and if I'm not mistaken, it will go over the rock next turn as well, which means it will not be shooting at all this turn. And with only 2 defenders and the Palp Shuttle not having arc, that's bad. And he also lost a shield. He could use Palpatine here to change it, but he decided not to. So 1 shield off of Ryad. She still gets her evade though, so Paylob can steal it. And then we have a 3 bank from the Colonel, which looks to fit just perfectly, not landing on the rock. I'm wondering what that token is. Let's see if we can figure that out. So we see he's thinking if he's going to barrel or if he's going to take a focus action here. Let's assume Palob is following the other hawk. He wants to stay. No, he's probably... Oh, they're talking about what he could do to avoid the rock or whatever, I don't know. A lot of pointing going on anyway. And so I guess we're just waiting for the focus token or a barrel for the Colonel there. I assume it's going to be a token because Palob is probably going to steal one of them. Unless you steal it from Riot and concentrate fire on her. But she, well, we'll see. Yeah, there are 2 tokens now, so the focus action has been taken by the Colonel. And Palob is doing a... looks like a bank to the right. Yeah. So that means he's going to be very close. Might even be so close that he can't use his TLT, but he will definitely be in range of his ability. I kind of think he assumed the TIE defenders to do 3 hearts there to the right instead. So he gets stress from the red 3 bank, and then he's going to steal a token here. Range 2. Okay, we're going to check. Okay, range. Maybe it's range 1 and 2 for Torquil's ability as well. I haven't seen him in play for so long, so I'm a bit rusty. Okay, so he's going to steal the evade, give it back to Rasmus and put his own down. And then we're into the shooting phase, so the Colonel will shoot first. So that's gonna probably be, could be range 1 into Palob there. Yeah, and he's got target lock on the C95. Yeah, we missed that in the round that was edited out due to, I don't know, camera malfunction. So he's gonna go all out on the offense with the Emperor here, trying to do so much damage as possible. Because if you get through to the Hawk, I mean, it only has 4 hit points after the shields are down. But 2 evades for 1, so only the shield. And now there is no Emperor to help versus the TLT shots. If Torquil decides to go for the defenders. It's a lot of hands and pointing and talking. So next up should be Palob, who has no range. Well, he's too close to shoot. And then we probably have Torquil. Who is in TLT range of the shuttle, who is going to get at least 1 extra die for the rock. So there should be 2 greens. And looks like he's going to have to spend the target lock to push any damage through. And it looks like 2 hits. I have no idea what happened. They rolled the dice again, but 1 damage anyway, since he got nothing. Now we have the second TLT. 2, and again, 1 damage going through. So 2 shields are down on the shuttle. And now the slaver can just unleash, which should be a range 2 unobstructed, corner to corner there, closest point, since the arcs cover all the way there for the slaver. Three hits. Who needs rerolls? And 1 evade, so 2 more shields. Oh, it's going to make him reroll with Zuckuss into a second evade. That's Palpatine giving the finger to Zuckuss. I'm 8 points, you're 1, so I should be better. And still... Okay, I'm not getting this. Wasn't there... There had to be shields left. Or not. Okay, so okay, the slaver probably took a few shields off the shuttle of the previous turn as well, maybe, which we missed due to the camera malfunction. Okay, so now we have new turn then. Or not. Oh, we have the pirate, but yeah, no damage at range 3 into a defender. Surprise, surprise. So it looks like Palpatine might go down this turn, because the slaver, well, he could try to bump the slaver with a 2 bank, and there are no inertial dampeners on the party bus. So in theory, he could try to move in front. Well, we'll see. So the pirate should go first, since it's pilot skill 1. Everyone tries to move the shuttle first, because normally nothing moves before it. But, or maybe he's just double checking the dial here. So, okay, let's see. The binary pirate is doing a 2 bank to the right, trying to get as close as possible and get in the way of the defenders. It's just there to be annoying. Its 2 attack dice gun is not going to punch through. But if you can block them, take away their action, so the other ships can kill them, then it's been doing a good job. And he's probably going to take a focus, just in case he ends up taking fire at range 1 from those defenders. No, he decides to target lock for future turns, in case he gets back into the fight and tries to do some damage. And then we have Palpatine, who is indeed trying to bump into the slaver here. So the question is, is there a move for the slaver that will still give it arc without bumping? A bank to the right, a 2 bank maybe should fit. We'll see what Thomas has done. But perhaps TLT shots into the shuttle will be enough. Okay, let's see. He did. Oh, he just moved forward, it looks like, so he did indeed bump. Which is probably the best thing Rasmus could have hoped for here. Because if the slaver had another shot at the pulp shuttle would die here. But now I think it's unstressed, or maybe there's one stress left there, hard to tell. And then we have Torquil, who's just going to cruise ahead due to pour some TLT into Palpatine. So maybe, oh, he's actually going in towards it, following behind the party bus. I mean, Torquil is the perfect one to try to set up a PS kill by, PS zeroing the thing that might shoot at the same pilot skill as you, like the Lambda and the Slaver would. And then you would take the shuttle down to 0, and the party bus will take no shots here. It looks like he actually did set up a bump here. It's been excellent play by Thomas so far. Setting up a bump, taking Riot out for another turn. So she still hasn't fired a single shot in this game. She hasn't taken any damage, but with only 2 primary attack ships, Rasmus needs her to provide, to lift her share of the burden. And no damage going over the rock at least. And she will have her evade if they remember it, because she did do at least a 3 forward. And here's another one. He's going to do a short one. Because at least Vestory appears to have picked up on the threat of the pirate there. So he set up a nice range 1 shot into the pirate. And I guess Thomas just thinks that's really good, because please kill my 13 point ship here, because it's got the black market slicer chills as well, while all my other ships kill Palpatine. And Torquil is probably going to steal one of those tokens as well. Probably going to steal the evade to take away Duke. So we'll see it too hard to the left here. Oh no, he's stressed, so he's going to do a green move now. So he's going to be taking some fire from the shuttle. But I think Torquil is going to do the shuttle to particle 0, so they might kill the shuttle before it gets to shoot here. because that's 4 TLT shots coming its way, which tends to be 4 damage cards dealt. And I think there's only 3 damage or 3 hull points left on the shuttle. And we'll see what he decides to do here. But I guess you do the focus, then you steal and evade. You could do the target lock and steal the focus, but I don't see the point in that. Yeah, focus, and then you steal the evade. And he might... Oh, we'll see if we can figure out if he decides to be, should be pilot skill 0. Because Vessery is going to kill the pirate anyway, or at least do damage. So he steals the evade, yeah, to just in case the Lambda is still alive at the end, to take a shot. Let's see if we can figure out here. I mean, they are still going to pilot skill because they are pilot skill 3 and 6, so they will still out pilot skill the shuttle. So yeah, he's going to pick, it doesn't really matter then. Better will shoot last instead. So let's see. Pale up first. And I am assuming he's TLTing the shuttle. Take Palpatine out. Well, we'll see. Here is the TLT attack, 2, and he is just taking damage. So yeah, he's shooting the shuttle. And again, so 1 more. And then we have Torkel. And this is the question, is he in range 1 of the shuttle there? Because Hawk primary might not kill the shuttle. No, it looks like just range 2. And there's another damage, and that's a dead Emperor Palpatine. And now those defenders are slightly easier to kill, especially with TLT. Let's see if the pirate survives the attack from the Colonel here, but it's just range 1 with focus. So 3 from the red dice, I guess. Actually 4 if he wants, which of course I don't see why he shouldn't. And he's getting a target lock as well, apparently. Ah, okay, so yeah, because we had one since before from the round we didn't see. So he needs at least 1 evade here. And he got 1, so 2 shields and a hit. So the pirate is still alive, doing exactly what it's supposed to do, just being annoying and not dying. But it was a crit. And I have no idea what it did, but we'll probably figure it out. If it matters. So we should be back to dials now. And let's see what they do. So we have the pirate, who is hard turning, I guess, to the left. Right, the bank to the left, so a 2 bank. And he's going to take the focus. He's done a super job here, blocking Riot. Then we have a hard turn from the slaver, trying to come back into the fight. So the question is, do the defenders hard turn to the right? Or do they K-turn? If they hard turn, they might be able to chase down Torkel. Well, there's a slight bump there from the slaver. So I guess we need to extend the train track. Like that. Awesome cooperation there to get it to the right spot. And after the party bus, we have Torquil Mux, who is probably just moving along straight behind it. Oh, well, a small bank, one bank. He decides to take the focus. Oh no, he's going to target lock for future, or for free use here in case there's a, I don't know. I would have taken the focus action just in case there's a hard turn. And a target lock provided by the Countess here, yeah, or no? She needs to do, yeah, there's a 3. I thought, like, why is he banking in? But he's not. He's hard turning in. This is his chance. He needs to kill these hawks quick enough and get behind the slaver, which he's he's going to take shooting from it this turn. And then maybe, I don't really know what he's going to do. It's going to be this round. So TLT and the party bus, if that can dig damage into one of the defenders, maybe the hawks will win in the end. But if the defenders can take out the hawks and be behind the party bus, they can still win this. He is thinking about something. Maybe he's K-turning the colonel, which means the Countess will be in the way of the K-turn. So he is getting the focus or the evade token for free for doing the fast move, and then she is moving her target lock to Torquil, I assume. Yes. And pushing for a focus. Okay, so I guess Vessery is doing the hard 3 as well. Yep. There it is. Now this is more how you're supposed to fly these defenders. Setting up these strafing runs. I mean, this could easily be a dead Torquil. Thing is, though, he will make one of them pilot skill 0, so at least he can shoot before he dies. If he dies, we don't know. And the question is, Palop could just do one straight there, steal a token, and do some TLT. I think that's what he did. And there will be a rock in between, but he's in a good spot because it means he can keep the party bus from going around, but I don't think he wants to because the defenders will be behind it anyway. And he started locking. I don't know what that is because he bumped. Oh yeah, okay, he's stealing one of the tokens from Vessery, I guess. We'll see. Yeah. So TLT, and let's figure out if he did pilot skill 0. So 3 hits from the TLT, and did he steal the evade token? Otherwise, no. 1 plink into Vessery, I assume this is, because he's the one that took damage, I think. We'll see. Second one, which is evaded. Now we have Riot, so he made the Colonel pilot skill 0, of course, because that way he can't use the target lock in case Riot uses it, but I think he did take the target lock on his own instead, because he knew that Torquil would just steal his tokens. So that looked like 3 hits, and that's 2 evades from the Hawk, and that's just not supposed to happen. No focus token for defense and still 2 evades. So that's just the shield off of Torquil Max there. So this is going Thomas' way for sure. So Torquil shoots, and he's going to have to TLT Riyadh. I think Palop shot Vessery. It wasn't overly clear, but let's pretend so. And oh my god, 3 hits and nothing, so 1. That should be the can. Okay, if she. Okay, she spends all of her tokens for safe. Yeah, why not? Might be a worse red attack roll next turn, so no damage. And see, nothing. But he could. No, he has no target lock on. Both target locks are on Vessery. Then we have. Maybe, I think you have range 3 on Through the Rock on Dryad with the Slaver here. Hard to tell from our angle. Let's see what they decide. Yeah, it looks like it. Yep, okay, let's see. No shot. Or maybe? Yeah. Here comes red dice from Thomas. So yeah. Slaver into one of those TIE defenders. And 2 reroll with Dengar. So that's 3, I guess. And he has to reroll those from Suckers. So 1 and 2 damage. So I guess that's shields down and 1 damage into the Countess at least. And then we have Colonel Vessery. Nothing. Let's see, he does have a target lock, yeah. So I mean, you have to do that when you have 4 dice into and no tokens on Torquil here. That's 3, that's slightly better. And let's see what the Hawk can do. Yeah, he got it when he shot, yep. Because the Countess had a target lock there. So, again, 2 natural evades. So just 1 damage. So 6 hits into Torquil is just taking 1 shield and 1 damage. That's good hawking, I think. And we're back to dials. And the pirate is K-turning here, I think. Yep. And that pirate is out of the game for a few more turns here. And that's just probably a really hard turn, yep. From the Slaver, let's move Payload, they say. And the question is, of course, will the defenders get out of his arc? I think maybe Vessery can get out of arc, but I don't think Riot can do. No, she can't. So, and no actions because he's stressed from Saka's use. Then we have Torquil. And he should be, I don't know, hard 2 to the left. No, hard 2 to the right. Just staying close to the Slaver. And then takes the focus action. That should be the Countess. And she is banking in, clearing her stress, which means she will not have a shot, but she will be taking shots from the Slaver and TLT. She could barrel to maybe get it within range 1 of Torquil to evade the TLT, but then she will need to push for both tokens, so she decides to take the focus action. She gets the free evade from her title. And then let's see if she decides to do anything else. No, so we have the colonel who is hard turning here, yes. I think a hard 3 from the countess would fit as well, so I'm not really sure why he didn't do that. Oh well. He might have been too close to the rock for comfort. And that means the slave remains out of arc. Torquil also dodged. There is probably not room to barrel in, which means it's only possible to kill Pelob, in case Pelob just goes forward or to the right, or one bank even to the left. Hard 2 from Pelob here would bump into the colonel. So let's see, he's just going to decide to token up, get the free evade, and takes the focus action, that is. So let's see what Thomas did with Pelob. He's banking away. So that means there is no TLT from Torquil into the colonel. So I guess, and he decides to focus and evade. So Pelob is going to steal a token, and I think he made, oh, he already stolen the evade, and he made the colonel particle 0, and Pelob is going to shoot here. So it's going to be TLT into which defender? I don't know which one is the most damaged one, but I think if you can concentrate fire on Ryad, you should. Because you have 2 TLTs and the slaver shooting her then. I think the colonel is out of arc of the Trandoshan, so yeah. Okay, so here we have TLT1 from Pelob and 3 natural hits, which is, let's see, 1. So I think Ryad is getting very close to dying here. So he's going to spend the focus for 2. And she's going to spend tokens to stay alive here. She spends her evade to be safe from the second shot. Then is Riyadh, and she might have arc on Pelob here. Yep, range 3 maybe. So that means Pelob might not live through this. Well, he should. He's only down to hull, right? So 3 damage, got the evade, so he should survive this round. Let's see. Okay, here it comes. And that looks like 3 symbols at least. So do you use the focus on offense here? I mean, the TLT from Torquil will, yeah, he's thinking about it. Oh, okay, he decided to go on the offense here, I think. Since you can't kill him anyway, I don't think you should do that, but that looks like a lot of symbols. Spending the evade. Maybe he dodged the entire attack, or maybe he just took 1. I'm not really sure, but he didn't take more than 1 damage at least. So then we have Torquil into the Countess, and she's now tokenless. And 1, spending the focus for 2, I assume. And yes, that's the end of Countess Riyadh. So there is no longer a target lock caddy for Vessery, which means his ability is useless, and he's going to be pilot skill 1 for the rest of this game for as long as Torquil Max is alive, which will make it very tricky for him to shoot and kill stuff. So now we have a slaver who has no target. And then we have Vessery into Paylob. And since the counters only did 1 damage maximum, this might not be enough to kill the elusive hawk. So 2. And let's see, Thomas gets at least 1 squiggly. So it looked like a crit that slipped through. And then we should be back to dials for another turn here. Trying to figure out which target locks removed due to the death, because everyone was target locked onto Riyadh, I think. Yeah. I guess that's what they're trying to figure out, if there's any target lock that's supposed to be on the Colonel. I think they were all on Riyadh. And I think they couldn't decide, so they decided to roll for it. Okay, I don't remember if I think he target locked Riyadh in the opening actually when he was on the rock, but it doesn't matter. They didn't remember for sure, so they decided to let the dice decide if they were supposed to. I mean, I don't think the pirates will do much damage anyway here, but you never know. It shoots last, and maybe the other ships have stripped all the tokens. There's a 1 straight from the pirate, and then we have another hard 3 on the merry-go-round party bus. Motion sickness all the way. And let's see, is there anything? I mean, the hawk's going to go 2 different ways. Vessery has to chase the one that's going behind the party bus, because he can't risk another shot from the slaver. Which means Paylob is the damaged hawk, which will probably get away to steal tokens and do some tilting, while Torquil will act as the please kill me in the face guy here. Paylob is of course the one you really want to kill, but you can't risk being shot at by the slaver. Yeah. So 3 hard. The question is, of course, can the Paylob TLT kill Vessery quick enough? Because next turn the pirate will get back in the game. I don't think the shot is the dangerous thing, but it could block Vessery. And without both tokens, the TLT is going to do damage. I mean, Torquil's TLT is out of the game, but Paylob's is very much in it. Okay, that's a hard 2. Just staying nice and safe behind at range 3. Maybe range 2 to steal a token. That will be... could be range 2 there. We'll see. So he takes the target lock. And then he's going to make... it doesn't matter that if he's power skill 0 or not. But he's going to make him power skill 0, and it's just range 2. So he's going to steal the focus, I guess. Well, the evade takes away Duke, so might as well steal that one. And then we're going to have TLTing, and then we're going to have Vessery's range 1 shot. So if the TLT just keeps going through, this will be a win for Thomas. So let's see what the dice tell us. First of all, 1. And I guess he's going to spend his target lock. Yeah, they decided only to put the target locks on Thomas' ships because there's only 1 potential target. And of course, 2. What happened with the third die? I have no idea. I don't know what happened. And Okay, so we're gonna roll them. I have no idea. Why is he all... okay, so he got weapon malfunction as the crit. That gives Vesri a shot. If the TLT is only rolling 2 red dice, he has a much more, well, a much bigger chance of staying alive. So 2 hits into Torquil, which isn't enough. Nope, so 2 symbols, he has the focus token, so no damage. And this could go on forever, and the thing is, if you want to stay behind the party bus, he can't keep chasing Torquil here, because Torquil is going to go forward instead this turn. Pelab is going to turn hard to the right, and the party bus is keeping hard turning 3, and the binary pirate is also going to come in here, like a 1 bank maybe to the right. Let's see here. Looks like a 1 bank. No, oh, he's going to go too hard. Okay. Focus, and he does have the target lock. Then we have the slaver, who is hard turning 3. There can't be anything else. So yeah, he's just going to go round, round, round that rock for the rest of the game. And trying to get shots on Vesri in case Vesri stops hard turning as well. And then we have Torquil, who is probably just going to go straight or even bank to the left. No, just the 1 straight. He just needs to keep Vesri chasing him. I think he got him to bump, yeah. That was smart by doing a slow move, because he was expecting Vesri to actually need to do the 3 speed or quicker to get his evade. Which means now if Pelab gets close enough, Pelab can steal the evade as well. And then it doesn't matter that he's got weapons malfunction. Because TLT 2-2 versus 3-3 green should at least do 1 damage. And the, well, the pirate's still going to shoot first, because Vesri is going to be pilot skill 0, thanks to Torquil. So here's a hard 2 to the right, I guess. Yep. And who knows, maybe even the slaver has arc here. I don't think so, but there potentially could be as well. So there's going to be, I mean, maybe he's going to, okay. Let's see, he's going to do that, he's going to do that. I don't know if he fixed his crit or what he tried to do there, because I didn't see an action. Or he did reacquire the target lock, yeah. No, we're rolling too many dice again. So 1, using the target lock for just 1. And 3 blanks for 1 damage. And then nothing on the second shot. Then we have the slaver, if it has arc. I'm not positive, but the angle on the camera here makes it tricky to see. And it looks like he's just out of arc. Then we have the pirate, who is, I think it's just range 2. They're removing. I don't know what they decide. That's very close. But the nubs do not count. And let's see if they remember where Torquil was supposed to be, because they just removed him. So it was range 2. And he's going to spend... He's going to use his target lock. And he ended up with... he blanks out again. 3 blanks twice in a row for another damage. I'm wondering why Torquil is way over there. Did they forget him? I will see. You have to remember to put him back. So that's going to be rerolled. And he needs one more symbol here. And yes, he got it. So the pirate is still alive, but I think time was called. That's why they didn't care to put the other hawk back. So at the end of the game, that means Rasmus killed nothing, and Thomas killed the Pulp Shuttle and Countess Riot. So that was that for the round 2 of the Copenhagen Regionals. I hope you come back. So we have one game from each round, as well as one game from top 8, top 4, and the final. So this is Veldrin, and have a good day.